All right, in this chapter, we're going to talk about how to place a vendor return. From time to time, you're going to need to return something to a vendor and get it out of your inventory. And that's what this chapter is going to cover. It's a pretty simple process, so let's take a look. If you come over to the parts and accessories module, you see here we have a large number of different tiles. If you have the right permission, you'll see the vendor return tile. I can click it here. I'm going to land here and see a list of different vendor returns based off the vendors that I'm associated for. If I need to create a new vendor return, I'll click the plus new button. It's going to ask me to select who my vendor is going to be. So we can say CF Moto, and then we can say we want to add a part. And then we can go in and look and see what parts we have here. We'll find one we want to return. Maybe we need to return this one. It was damaged when it was delivered. They've given us a credit and they've asked us to send the part back. So we can add that part to the vendor return. We can say what the quantity is. In this case, we have one, so I'm just going to be returning one and what my cost was. Now, if I built the vendor return and need to submit it, at this point I can hit save, meaning I'm going to submit it to them, but I'm going to be waiting on this authorization or RMA number. At this point, I can hit save, and I've created the vendor return. It's taken the part out of inventory, but it hasn't been completed in the system yet. So what that means is if I come back to my vendor list, again, I can see here that my status is created. I can see what my totals and that I don't have an RMA number yet. And because of that, I could still delete it if I needed to. Now, let's say I get my RMA number, I get a call back. I can double click it to open it. I can come in, put my RMA number 123 456, and at this point, I would be ready to complete it. Now, again, just like on the parts ordering screen, if I need to, I can highlight the part, see different details here. I can see what my subtotal is, a restocking fee if I was being charged one. I can come up here and I can go ahead and hit complete. And at this point, my RMA is done. The part has been removed in my inventory. It's sent a note to accounting if you have that. And now I can box it up with a printout if I need to and send it back to the vendor. In this case, as I've shown in other videos, I am a paper friendly person, so I don't print the paper. But if you did need to print it and you have that setting on, you can click the print button. If you do print and don't have the setting off, then this would have automatically popped up at the end of the process so that you could print it and again do what you need to do. Send one in a copy with the box, perhaps, give one to your accounting so they know to look and balance out the credits, etc. So doing a vendor return in DX1 is a pretty easy process. You're going to come here, you're going to get new, you're going to select a vendor, you're going to add the parts, and you're either going to save or complete it. If you do need to look up statuses off this list, you can do that by using the drop down to see particularly for all or in terms of CF Moto, what's completed, what the dates are, etc. So hopefully that'll help you if you're responsible for doing vendor returns for parts in DX1.